Greetings! My name is Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. Just earlier today, I put out a post saying that, oh, I'm gonna, take a break from recording videos, and, start working on, editing them and what have you. Yeah, here I am, technically the next day at this point. I can't sleep, and I don't want to edit videos, so here I am recording again. What were we doing? Shit. What were we doing? What am I looking here for? I love the description for Quest for Dignity. This never happened. Alrighty then. Okay, I still got the last tour, but where do we need to go next? Irem. I remember why nobody remembers Irem. Whatever. I'd love to bring some dark top coffee beans to Irem so I can do that one thing. You know the thing, but I can't remember where I get dark top coffee beans. Well, I know of two places, but they're not exactly nearby. So, I'm gonna have to rack my brain, also known as the wiki, and see if I can remember where. Well, besides, of course, the Khan's Heart, of course, because I can't access the Khan's Heart shop because I've got all that suspicion, which I don't know how to get rid of. Well, but I do. I know of one way, but again, not exactly something I can do easily. I have the sneaking suspicion that it's the only way to do it, which is that he'll plead your case with the Timon, which requires the Timon whatever mercy, I think. Which I don't have. I need to get that. I need the drowning pearls. Where the fuck will I even get drowning pearls? By drowning, I suppose. No. Well, I know I can trade Skintalak for it, but that would. But I need 7 Skintalak to trade at the Palanquin's Hold, which would necessitate going back to London, picking up my. London, this isn't London. Pick up my Skintalak, then swinging all the way over here. It's just not a good time. I somewhat regret getting all those port reports. Well, maybe not the most efficient way to. I didn't realize getting this mission would straight up lock me out of the Nephite Quarter right after I get access to the Nephite Quarter. But anyways, dark coffee beans. I know they can be gotten in London, the Nephite Quarter, Port Carnelian, Adams Way, the Iron Republic, and Rack. All of which are way away. Most of them are down here, over here, The only one that's right next to me is the one that I can't use. It was ever thus. So it seems like, considering I don't really have any other business that way, I'm going to have to go all the way to Irem, the whole trip, and do exactly one thing on that trip. Like a fucking plebeian. Oh well. Hopefully I at least have whatever resources are needed to ensure that I don't lose any tomb colonists there. Very nice reward if you can Keep all of them. Shit. What are the downsides of going quick? That you can outrun the something awaits you stuff. Come on. I am in Spain without the A. Damn it. Horrors below. The sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims up beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us. One says, his voice a tremble. I think I've seen this event before. Let's see if I can actually succeed this time. Let's catch it. Yes! What is it? It comes dripping from the sea, sleek as an eel, as a seal, but its eyes are faceted. Faces, that would be weird. One sailor covers his ears. I swear, he says afterwards, I heard it scream like a woman. What kind of screaming? Sorry, that's an obligatory question. Alright. There we go. Lost some terror. Also gained some supplies and fuel, but I'm not certain. I'm entirely certain that was worth that would have been worth the time without the terror increase. I wish there was some way to keep at full power indefinitely, you know? Because holding it down doesn't do anything, so... Ah, Changyi Rift. You know, actually, I think there might be something around here I can do. Down in the Unterzee, or the Unterzee, rather. Yep. The Undercrow. It's, yeah, the Ragged Crow and all that. A deep, well-lit cavern, thick with a fungal smoke and cave moth. Far above, a lighthouse fire burns. The scent of it is curiously medicinal. It clouds your head and burns your lungs. Farther into the fog, you'd make out labored breathing. Approach a voice from the fog. Here at last, the frog voice croaks. The fog voice. I think I accidentally said frog voice because of the croak part. Come close. Come close. I don't know how to do a croaking voice. Come closer. The incomparable Aurelian rolls his eyes, but advances nonetheless. You're almost a dead man. Your passenger gazes impassively at a bulbous figure, whispering quietly. As the fog parts, you can make out milky eyes and a toothless grimace. No tomb colonist ever looked as ancient or unwell as the almost dead man before you. Gray, bloated, and nearly embalmed by the fungal smoke, it's difficult to tell where his skin ends and the stone bed beneath him begins. His breath is shallow, but his bare chest heaves to a different rhythm. A shape crawls beneath his ribs, but disappears as the man lets out a gassy sigh. Allow me to introduce you, you magnificent bastard, the incomparable Aurelian says, slipping you a modest payment. This is Lorenzo, my erstwhile mentor and host to the Most Moth. I assume that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. Most Moth? Who knows? Alright. Detain a dying man's last request. You're a submariner, the almost dead man wheezes. Entertain a dying man's last request? Delivering farewells. Mortality has a way of finding us in the end. Oh, mortality has a way of finding us in the end. The almost dead man wheezes to himself. dislodging a cloud of cave moths. The incomparable Aurelian spares them only a disappointed glance. I must set my affairs in order. I owe that much to my successor. He waves a withered hand feebly. It's not clear whether the gesture suggests the companion at his bedside or the one nestled within his ribs. Oh, you magnificent bastard. Would you help an old man say his farewells? Alright then. Deliver a letter of farewell to a sprightly visionary at Hideaway. He deserves more than I had to give, the almost dead man croaks. Alright. How did he come to know that one of the exiles of Hideaway? No answer is forthcoming, but the old man displays a broken grin. The old history of foolhardy youths, he confides, who somehow became old men. Alrighty then. I speak with the incomparable Aurelian. You catch him between tending his to his ailing friend and preserving an unwisely bold cave moth. When my master returned here, we both thought it would be his last destination. The Aurelian eyes take the sheen off of a patient man approaching a long-delayed payoff. No one has been present at the moth's hatching before. Well, no one who is in a condition to remember it afterwards. He spares a hesitant glance over his shoulder at the almost dead man. Of course, being by my master's side during his final days is a necessary part of the preparations. Is that coffee I smell? Can I trouble you for a cup? In his eyes, you recognize the desperation of an addict. Maybe I shouldn't allow that, anyways. Let's see. Someone has entrusted you with correspondence of the utmost privacy. Was that wise? Leave the letter untouched. The letter is not for you. You were trusted. Return the letter to your safe. Ah, but that's just another way of going backwards, I guess. Alright. Oh yeah, semi-filled mirror catch box. I forget what I wanted that for. Probably not. I don't think it was just the cash. Alright, let's go. I heard that it's picked up something. Not sure what. Ah, probably this. What the fuck is that? Oh. A neither. Whatever the fuck that is. You know what? I really need to get around to... Oh no. Let's go. I just thought something. Rather distressing. Something has been following us. It is patient. Yeah. You see that? It's not a good sign. Put it lightly. Not until I can get that, at the very least, get that second weapon, that really good forward weapon that I've been looking out for. The best forward weapon in the game, bar none. That's it. We will wander the stairs for hours. We'll forget our scars and our stains. The leaves will be red as remembered blood. The sea will be black as memory. Irem, we will not leave. We must leave. Say, the colonists will look east. They will be drawn to the edge of the isle, where Salt's realm opens out into the darker Z, the places beyond the edge. What will they see? Or encourage them to purchase parable linen bandages. They'll deck themselves in imagined crimson. This seems slightly safer. Yeah. They will thank you. When we return to Vanderbite, one will say, when we return, we will be sunset, red and gold. We will always remember you, Captain. You gave us this ending. Here, Lagny app. Might as well trade this. Alrighty then. Time to go. Now then, we take a trip to Mount Palmerston for reasons. Swing by Crossbound again, of course, for the stuff, and then to Wither. Let's see. There's also a random event we can get in Mount Palmerston. It's only got like a, I forget, it was like 15 or maybe 20% chance of happening, but it's quite good, especially this early in the game. It's got a ooh. One of those. What do I think about? Hang on, let me check something. What was it that... There you go, Fostic Corsair. Right, we should be able to hunt one of those near Mount Palmerston. There's bloody always a fucking Fostic Corsair over there. That rhymed. Where even is Hideaway anyways? Have I even found it? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Maybe somewhere over here? Nah. Could have sworn I found it, but maybe I'm thinking of some other Unterzee port, or Unterzee. Unterzee just sounds silly though. I should really do the stuff involving those rifts at some point, but I forget what order you've got to do them in. Nah. So wow, I am going through those supplies a lot faster than I expected to. Comparatively, I mean, compared to the rate at which I'm going through fuel. I should be going through that way quicker. Supplies. Oh well. Let's see. Was there something in the Shepherd Isles I need to do, or did I already do that? Huh. Cheeks are wet. You think for a moment that sweat, but then the sorrow hits you like a falling stalactite. You are weeping, you double over, inconsolable. Yeah, that old stuff. In a terror and 3 fragments, but the other option would lose me one of the 3 attentions. I forget which one. Ooh! Mount Nomad might be worth fighting. Well, that definitely is. Why do I always come here without nearly enough supplies for that stuff? Let me just... Guess on my hunger. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, I can think of several reasons, but fuck it. Nah, no. Even if I do win, it'd take a million fucking years. I'd gain so much terror because I'd have my fucking lamp off and everything. Whatever. I'll come back and fight these creatures once I get that damn gun. Here we go. Nope, probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh. Yeah, the cavern that holds the Unterzee is proud by dreams. There's a story that it was once the skull of a dead god. Perhaps that would explain it. See, listen to dreams. What will you learn? 5 terror and 20 fragments. Ship crosses a desert, not a sea. Black sand whispers against the hull. Sand like grains of glittering night. Your crew sit on deck at a long table lined with candles, eating a rich red feast. A reckoning, one remarks as she spears a goblet of meat with her fork, is not to be postponed indefinitely. To the north, a light bulges hernially above the horizon, a searing kind of sunlight. There we go. Take your reluctant sniper, take the final shot. Joining the combat has roused something in her. An igniting victory. One last shot from the main guns, and the hell ship's side bursts open. I've no love in me for devils, the reluctant sniper says, but I do make some truly beautiful ships. As the last of the living flames slips beneath the waves, she draws out her sketch pad. I have to capture some of that design. Can we sail closer to the aft? See more of the engine, so that you can examine it for potential weaknesses? Sure. Once a full circuit of the destroyed ship is done, you move in to claim the remains. That was fun, the sniper admits. But could I fight like that against other living people? I just don't know. Maybe. Do you think we could visit the Chalonate? I've heard tales of the hunters there. They might have something they could teach me. Alrighty then, and... page from a journal. Until the sixth flame was extinguished. Now we all watched as the flame as it stood up, as if it were on tiptoe, taller and bluer each heartbeat. Its light grew brighter in the moments before it failed, so that I saw the faces of all my companions, drawn and white as if we were already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself up like a dancer and was extinguished. Dark fell upon us all like a wave, and I heard the hatchlings uncoil. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot the strategic information stuff. Yoink. You have a rendezvous in the ruined granary up on the headland, where the last generation of farmers died in the volcano's flames. Hello, I have something for you. A coiled and buzzing shape grasps your elbow. It whispers in your ear. Its breath is lava and old brass, and a queasy vibration shudders through you where its gloved appendage has taken hold. You have what you came for. Back aboard ship, quickly. Your vision blurs. Perhaps you are unwell. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. Okay. Oh. Take note of an old, veiled woman. A middle-aged woman in a veiled hat is staring at you, waiting for you to notice and listen to her. The Imperious Sister's Tale. She begins commandingly, as though you had met at a salon in London, as though you were no burning mountain at her back, as though there were no burning mountain at her back, and as though you were socially just a little her inferior. Thank goodness, someone who might help me. I have been searching everywhere. My brother is troubled, you see, troubled by some past difficulties. I came to Mount Palmerston because I thought possibly they had his soul. She ups her voice to a whisper on the last words. Soul. But it isn't here. And now there's something else I must try, and you have a submarine. The woman is no longer exactly youthful, but she speaks passionately from under her veil. Perhaps she has studied heroines on the stage. I need help to be reconciled with my dear brother. Okay, she's very urgent to speak with you. What does this mean? It's not really your line. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? She has a brother who is dear to her, a sensitive soul, very reserved. He used to work for the Admiralty. Something happened to distress him there. When I asked him about it, he said I had enough to worry about with my own concerns. My husband was ill at the time, but I could help him, if he would only permit me to know his troubles. For you know... She puts a hand on her heart. Bearing one another's burdens is what makes us truly good. She tells you that you'll need to go to Igel, the city of regrets. Find your brother's regret, and return to her. She will pay, gladly. Alrighty then. How can I refuse? Easily, actually, but oh well. Ah yes, this one again. Fragments and some terror. Anyways, devil bone dice. How many do I need of them again? Ah yes, 5. Well, maybe 6. Hold on. Can I get away with going for this? Nah, I'll just go for 6. Alright. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. Anyways, actually... Nah. Never mind. Now... No, not Wither, to Codex! Ooh, but first... No, it's just another Frosted Corsair. Meh, don't even have good loot. Anyways, I've did some experience with expanding the Z-Bats range. I don't know if it succeeded though. I tried like increase the sonar range, which I don't know if that applies to the bats. Definitely seemed to apply to the sonar. I don't know. Hard to say, really. Only time will tell. Alrighty then. The lair of the Shackled Ziren. Return the Shackled Ziren's tongue. Perhaps with this, her words will begin to make sense. A raucous release. The Shackled Ziren quiets herself as usual when you open the door. But legs out a gasp. I assume you mean lets out a gasp when she sees what you carry. You open the jar and offer it to her. She snatches it from your grip and upends it over her own mouth. The tongue slides into her toothy maw and vanishes down her throat. And that vaguely reminds me of that one story of the cat in the well. Good times. You wait a while as she sits in contemplative silence. Eventually she mimes covering her ears. You do so. A moment later, a screech shatters her manacles. The island quakes as her screams crumbles the stone around her, flooding the prison with black water. In seconds, you are overcome by it, a dark tide rushing over your head. You awaken on the shore. The unshackled Ziren stands over you proudly. She mouths words that you do not comprehend and stares meaningfully towards your ship. You freed something that the people of Wither and Codex agreed to silence. May as well take her with you and see how far her words can carry. Indeed. Give her a stage on which to stand and tell the crew to cover their ears. The Z is not ready for what she has to say. Let's see. Nice. This is in fact a weapon. Less hull damage than the Hellthrasher, but slightly better crew damage, which is interesting when it comes to, like, you know, boarding the enemy ships and all that. Slightly slower warm-up time, at least of it, but higher stagger amount. And it has some unique properties. You'll see. I might as well give it a test run. Also, I got this. A nonary token. Your sailors tell you it is nothing but scrap metal. Shopkeepers laugh and refuse to appraise it. Ignore them. It is not theirs to comprehend. These precious pieces were meant for you. And yes, it isn't lying when it says these. Because this, after all, is not the only one. 9 there are. All across the map. Each added by the map, added by the mod Tales of the Grave Garden, which is folded into Sunless Stories. Yeah, let's see, go report. So yeah, that was the first of the 9 notable stories added by Tales of the Grave Garden. Pretty fun little thing about unshackling a Ziren and all that. I would have gotten the nonary token either, even if I had killed her, but all I would have gotten otherwise would be a pot of violent ink, which was for her blood and all that. This way I get the Ziren as a weapon, which is nice. Damn good weapon. It certainly does a lot of certainly does a bit more damage to, quite a bit more damage to enemy Z-beasts, which are generally the main thing that you're going to be worrying about having loads of health. Let's see. Ooh. Agree to a damp request. Seeing your ship, a drowny approaches with purpose. After a soggy exchange, it seems he seeks passage to the Underzee spire of Scrimshatter. Man, isn't this whole submarine stuff supposed to be secret? How does everyone seem to know it on sight? The deal is struck. Few return from Scrimshander, not because of the danger, but because of the cost of leaving. Still, your guest promises compensation to cover the trip, and your safe departure afterwards. How generous. Indeed. Alright, now, what next? Let's see. Barely been 30 minutes. Still got plenty to do. Alright, now we swing by Wither, see if there's anything notable here. Grab intelligence. Now, explore. Ah, here we go. Might as well go a bit of iron, basically for free. Alright, now then. Now, we swing by... we go to Venderbite to complete the last tour. And then we swing over to London. And Hunter's Keep, and the place between them. And maybe to Gator's Morn. I think there's something I want to do in Gator's Morn. And then to the Iron Republic. Hopefully we'll get there before I have to finish the episode. Well, I guess I don't have to, ever. I could theoretically keep it going for hours upon hours upon hours, but... that would be silly. And anyways, after a few days, I'd probably run out of storage space. Something. This is the special thing I was talking about. I don't think it has quite the same range. Oh, ow. You know, forward range as in terms of range forward, radius, I suppose you could say, as the other weapons, but you don't need to be facing the enemy, which is nice. It does have a slight delay, which is a bit unfortunate, but I didn't actually check, but I think it still keeps charging even while it's in the middle of the animation. So theoretically, it wouldn't actually affect the like DPS or anything. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, finally grab this guy. Bit low on echoes, but I won't be soon. The bandaged poissonnier has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the gallery to his exacting standards. Alright. Evidence is here. My captain, the things we will catch, that we will consume, that we will experience. We will discover the seventh sensation, you and I, the taste that one tastes with the heart. You there, sailor, careful with the brazen alembic. It's worth more than your wretched soul. I have no idea what accent I'm giving him. He has an ambition for fish, a great ambition. Seventh situation. Yeah, 7. Always with the 7s. Always. Do I have anything for you? No. As usual. Yes. The end of the tour. A full complement. The last tour operator hails you delightedly. You didn't lose a single one! That's never happened before! There was a chorus of surprised protest from the colonists on the deck. Oh, shut up! You're all here, aren't you? Right, last installments, please, so I can pay the nice captain. Alright, one by one. The colonists troop down the gangplank, chattering excitedly. The operator leans close. They're cheering now. Oh, that won't last. Next week they'll be off to the service, or the Grand Sanatorium, or they'll give in to the change. But you've done this for them. Given them a whole window of a little window of peace, and you've a whole pocket full of peace. So here's your share, and something extra. Yep, 1,500 echoes, and another judgment's egg. Yeah. And the tour is complete. Although, with some Distant Shores, Terror, and Z stories, I could do it again if I wanted to. Anyways. Ooh. Ah yes, the monumental ruins. The Nath is really gentle. Treats this place as enemy territory. Ah, fuck. Ah, this place is still running. I was afraid it would go away once I recruited him. Let's see, Hikes 6, pages 3. Manchester United, nil. Dine with the no, my captain. You shall dine with me. Okay then. Wasn't that what I was already saying? The great work. The great work. Isn't that the liberation of the night? Your companion barely eats. He has to cut the fish into tiny morsels to squeeze it through the gap in his bandages. Soon the cloth is stained with sauce. He throws down his fork. Look at me. I am not at my best, no? Believe me, your appetite would not be so strong if I remove my bandages. How long before my fingers fail, or my tongue pickles? He swirls his wine. Captain, a request. I have cooked for barons and bishops, the Khan, the Empress, but there is one for whom I have not cooked, a creature of singular and acromantic taste. I want to make him a marvel. I want to make him marvel. The chef's art is alchemy, and this would be my philosopher's stone, my immortality. Will you aid me? Oh, requires strange catches and live specimens for his culinary research. Fortunately, I have both. Let's see. Oh, I don't have live specimen? Oh, I must have used it. Alrighty then. Alright, I should have everything I need for here. No! I need an empty mirror catch box. Damnation! And I somehow managed to get here before something awaits you. Damn it. Eh, whatever. I'll give the recent news then. What's this? Let's see. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Unterzee islands. A grand house rises on the rock, a silhouette empty of lights. The uncut grass on the lawn bends, rises, bends again in the breeze. You smell damp stone and, faintly, blood. Go up to the house. Crunch across the gravel, up to the door. The brass of the door knocker is tarnished. The paint is beginning to peel in the salty air. No one answers, but the door is unlocked. Alrighty then. Words in darkness. The hall is dark. The parlor, too. There are signs of disturbance here and there. A smashed cup. An overturned piano stool. Scratches on the walls. You bend to pick up a page of paper and hold it to the light. It is an unfinished poem. You think the handwriting may be Phoebe's. The absent moon. The gnawing hunger in the heart. The well. The sea. A great many crossings out. There are sounds from downstairs, from the kitchen. You push open the door, cautiously. Something clings to the ceiling. Something turns yellow eyes to you and hisses. Something, somewhere, has changed. The house seems empty. All is still. Why then do you have the sense that there's not much time remaining? Oh dear. Well then. Not much time remaining, but now seems like a great time to loot the house. Musical instruments, curios, jewelry, even Phoebe's paintings will sell. It's robbery, not salvage, but if you don't, someone else may. Uncertain loyalties. The crew spread out to spread out whatever they can. They're not happy. A few of them signed on to be robbers. They return with their arms full of both junk and treasures. The sisters have, or had, an awful lot of junk. Outside, the sea sows. Whatever that means. The thing in the kitchen. The yellow-eyed maid clings to the ceiling like a lizard. Fierce and wiry in her ragged uniform. She hisses furiously. When you advance a step, she scurries away to the far end of the room. Still on the ceiling, weeping. In the kitchen. Alright, 82%. Here we go. Boom. Hold down. It's like trying to get a jaguar out of a tree. 3 of your crew are badly bitten, but at last you restrain her and she lies on the table, glaring and growling. What now? You try to question her. Those poor sailors, she spits. You realize that in all the time you spent at Hunter's Keep, she had never spoken. The poor sailors! I didn't come here for this. Damn them to the well! With a serpentine wriggle, she's free of the net. She returns to the ceiling in one inhuman leap. Alrighty then, let's check for mirrors, I guess. Alright, come on. Boom! Here we go. A distant song. You cock your head and listen. Someone is singing. A woman's voice. Soft o'er the fountain, lulling ring falls the southern moon. I don't know what the meter of the song is. The sound takes you up the winding stairs to the turret at the back of the house. You try the door at the top. Locked. The sound ceases. It was Phoebe's voice. You call out to her. What's happened? We only wanted their stories, she explains reasonably. We only wanted their stories in the beginning. We get so starved for stories out here. But then, Lucy. She breaks down sobbing. Want us to break down the door? Your bosun whispers. What are you considering your answer? One of your crew swears and points. Smoke is leaking from beneath the door. I deserve an ending, Phoebe calls out. When you press your hand to the door, you can feel the heat on your palms. The house on Hunter's Keep is aflame. No shit. Alright. The fire begins in Phoebe's turret room, but it spreads quickly. Sailors tumble choking from the door as the smoke billows out. The yellow-eyed maid leaps from a window and streaks across the lawn on all floors. Her mind baby lost to grief and madness, but perhaps you can save her flesh from the flames. Thank goodness for my high bill score. A desperate rescue. A bucket chain passes of water from the Z, enough to slow the flames a fraction, and to soak the cloths you wrap yourself in. You dash through the flames, your skin crisping, eyebrows sizzling. Your hair grows back patchy after. Phoebe is slumped against the wall. You seize her, sling her over a shoulder, dash out. That seemed more like something that would be irons and veils, but whatever. The spine of the house breaks with a roar as the roof falls in. Sparks fly up towards the false stars so far above. The death of the house takes hours, but it is total. Only a cindered shell remains. Phoebe weeps when she wakes, racking sobs that shake her body. You should have left me, is all that she will say for the longest time. Her face is horribly burned. She goes bandaged after, like the half-dead of the tomb colonies. Perhaps she's half-dead herself. It can be difficult to tell in the NAF. Alright, lost one crew, gained the Scarred Sister. And lost terror from that, apparently. For Keep's End. The lights are gone from the keep. Alrighty then. Let's see. Look over the ruins of the great house. Fungus and cavern vines are already reclaiming the masonry. The lawns are weedy meadows walked by the wind. The gravel paths have sunk to mud. The house is a jumble of charred stones and timbers. Okay, I'm now gonna need some foxfire candles to do this stuff. And some more supplies. Okay. Peace in the ruins. No one has come to reclaim Hunter's Keep, despite its proximity to London. Well, probably because it just happened, but whatever. The place has an eerie reputation. It's difficult to see why today. The place is as peaceful as a folly in a park. The air is still. Far across the water, the lights of London glow. Has anything changed? Nope. Tumbled stones, the garden unwinding gently into disorder, week on week. Nothing more. Nothing beside remains. Well, that was unexpectedly grim. I just wanted to visit here to get a bit of iron. I didn't even get that second bit of iron, unfortunately. Low Barnet. Do I care about Low Barnet? I don't think I do. I thought it was Rack that was there, but apparently not. I mean, I do care about Low Barnet, but not at the moment. I can visit there next time I swing by here. Blah, blah, blah. My 200 echoes, my fuel and supplies. 200 echoes. Because I've already gotten paid 1,200 echoes for something worth 300 echoes. Pretty good trade. Ooh. Oh right, this is maybe's whatever. Maybe's daughter, I think it was. A visit to the bazaar. She's down to the gangplank as soon as she's docked. I need to talk to Penstock, she says. The land agent. The one at the bazaar. She hesitates. She bites her lip. Will you come with me? I don't see why not. I do wish I had dealt with the Sphinx Stone stuff beforehand, but oh well. Go with her. Penstock's land agency. A modest office in an immodest location. hard against the eastern flank of the bazaar, that spired fortress of commerce that towers over London. Penstock stoops like a clerk and coughs like a miner, but his eyes are very wise. The Sundered Sea. There is another sea beneath the bazaar, Penstock declares. A paler sea. Yes, I imagine you might make the bargain your mother made. Yes, I helped her go down there, but she took a terrible chance even then, and the bazaar is not well. Not now. Are you certain? The daughter follows Penstock back into the shop. To a redly lit grotto, hollowed from the bazaar's carapace. A heavily chained cage lift waits you there. It must descend in the most secret spaces of the bazaar. Penstock's wicked, she says. He has an understanding with the bazaar. He let my mother pass through, long ago, to make her bargain. Now I will follow. Is that really such a terribly good idea? Sure, why not? I want to match my mother, she says reasonably. I want to learn the great signs. The courier, the bazaar, is the only one who teach me. I have to go. There's a possibility that she may never return. But life is all about risks. Why not? An ascent. The cage rises, rattling into view. The cage rises, rattling into view. Your officer is shivering, caked with lumps of something like ivory-colored snow, but grinning brilliantly. The Sunless Sea, she cries. The bazaar. Oh, he's so much more than any bazaar. My mother. I have back what she took from me. She taps you playfully on the shoulder as you haul back the lift door. Thank you. Here's a little present I picked up on the shore. Did she get what she wanted? Oh yes, and so much more. I have one more tattoo now, but it's one that no one ever will see. Alright. There's a pantherine glint in her eye now. Alright. Sweet. What was her stats before? Hang on. Ah yes, it was 6 veils, 3 iron. Now it's 7 veils, 6 iron. Hell yes. That's definitely better. Alright. That's 2 upgraded officers I have now. And yeah. There's something. Let's see. Don't I need something to do with the genial magician in London? What was it? Damn it! Was there? Yes, the Forgotten Quarter. Need to open the way to the Forgotten Quarter. Jesus, that's a tough challenge. No one visits the Forgotten Quarter of fallen London anymore. No one remembers why, except archaeologists, treasure hunters, and magicians who've lost their hands to imaginary serpents. The world is thin there, the magician once told you. It's closer to the place behind mirrors, to Parabola. Right then, open the way to the Forgotten Quarter. My revenge waits for me there. I'll need honey to navigate the dreams. Can you, lend me a barrel of the stuff? And help me with the dreaming? I will show my gratitude when the time comes. Alright, that's that. And you know what, one of these let's do as well. And here we go. Got that. And also, you know what? Grab 7 more as well for reasons. Okay. Now we just got to go through this whole rigmarole again. Oh, Sky's sister. She's an officer, but rubbish one. Only gets +5 hearts. Alright, what can I even spec for mirrors anyways? Plus, get +3 from there. That's basically it. Okay, fuck it. Okay. Might as well equip him. Damn. You and the magician run through a dream of heath, under a grinning weather that pelts you with bones. Wrong way, he shouts. This is their trap. Wake up. And at least you can repeat it. Oh. No, damn it. You recline with the magician in a carefully dreamt paradise of crimson moss. Intoxicating wines fall in sudden squalls from the heaven, soaking through your skin, leaving you giddy and delighted. There's something we should be doing, you both agree? Perhaps we'll remember when we wake. Oh, it's certainly less unpleasant. What is unpleasant is Jesus, I had to do it. I fell 4 times in a row. There we go. A road of roses. Prisoner's honey transports the dreamer's body as well as mind. You walk beside the magician along a path lined with watchful black roses. The rosers built this way, he says. Another of Parabola's servant peoples. It pleases me to use it against the kings of that place. Look, the light, up ahead. When we wake, we'll know the way to the quarter. Alrighty then. No, alright. The world is in there. It's close to the place behind mirrors, to Parabola. The Geno Magician's plan. What is it exactly? A prison for serpents. My enemy, he explains, roams the mirror marches at the edge of Parabola. He taps the wooden statue. I have baited this image with a sense of life. My enemy will enter and be ensnared. And then we can put its power to use, you and I. He frowns. There is a possibility that it will enter me instead. Quite a real possibility. Should that occur, I trust you will murder my stolen body and fling it into the sea. Right? Let's see, I can dissuade it from his plan. I can give him what he needs to complete his plan. And send my panther with them. Where I go alone. But I must ask your help. I know you have already been a good friend to me, but this will be the last thing I ever ask of you. Perhaps not quite the last thing. If something else comes back away my body, you will see me drowned, yes? Please. Alrighty then. Let me just grab some of my Skintalac. What should I even have this? I forget. Yeah, whatever. I might as well bring all of it out. Got the cargo space for it. And these two. And that too. Alright. Let's do this. No sense dissuading him from his revenge. I certainly wouldn't want people dissuading me, my character from Von London, from my revenge, even though 6 people before me tried and failed. 7th time's the charm, after all. Alright. Ooh, 3 secrets as well. Yeah, well. Worth it. A hard victory. He is gone, as he told you, for 11 hours exactly. You wait in the old caravanserai at the quarter's edge. Blue lights flicker in the mist. An unlikely wind stirs your hair. And here he is. He staggers out of the mist. Blood trickles from his eyes. But he is smiling. An exhausted, desperate smile. And the tabby cat with the panther's eyes rides his shoulder like a queen in a palanquin. He clasps your hand and leans on your shoulder all the way back. The cat purrs and licks her lips. Oh yes, I got a Geno Magician. Share a toast with a satisfied magician. The magician will not speak of precisely what happened there in the Forgotten Quarter, but he proposes a toast to the ensnarement of serpents. One last toast to has-been ghosts. No. Toast. I love it when it gives different little titles to the magician is a cheerful banter. The magician is slower to smile than he was, but the smile, you think, is more sincere. He has no plans to leave the sea or your service. I owe this victory to you, he says. He looks down at the serpent image where it sits in his lap. Its wooden eyes seem to brim with furious desperation. And this will permit some partial repayment of my debt to you. Of my great debt to you. Speak to me later. Right. The satisfied magician. He has the quiet smile of a man who has tamped down the earth on his enemy's grave. Great. Alright. Plus 5 mirrors, plus 6 veils, plus 1 hearts. That's... Huh. Slightly worse stats than maybe the rival, actually. And without the engine power. That's a shame. But, on the other hand, it does give another benefit. Constrict the serpentine. I have an idea. A weapon of revenge. I will set my enemy at the heart of an engine. I will make of him a beast of burden. But I'm going to need a dry dock. And some money. Alrighty then. How can I say no? Now, where's that dry dock? Here we go. Construct the serpentine. The magician will supervise the work himself. At night. The serpent's prison. I have set him within a cage of fire. He can look all he likes. He can rage all he wants. His hungers will drive us across the sea. A shimmering complexus of steel and glass. In its heart, a serpent king rages. Or so the magician claims. Alright, finally we got a new engine. It's got more than double the engine power at 1800. It's got plus 5 veils and plus 5 hearts. For, nearly a officer's worth of stats. And plus 10% fuel efficiency. Which unfortunately is not minus 10% fuel use, but whatever. It's very nearly that. Boom. And now we can get rid of this steeple engine. Right. Alright. Let me just ditch this. Where is it? Here we go. For 10 cents. Whatever. And the neat thing is, oh, it doesn't show it, but if we ever lose it, or if we, well, or various means, for instance, by going to a new officer and all that, then we can always just, well, get it again for another 1200 echoes, which makes him easily the best of any of the officers to bring along with you when you retire, which well, to bring with you to your scion after you retire. But that's a bit of a story. Nice. All right. That's it then. Well, guess I should read the morning paper, but everything else I can do next time. It's getting a bit, well, it's very late already. And but also video is getting a bit long. So yeah, today we unshackled the Ziren. We did something with Maybe's rival. Not entirely certain what, but we definitely did something. Although, frankly, I might value mirrors more than iron, so that might be worth it. Fuck it. I figure I just like the character more. But yeah, and also we finished the last tour, and also we did some business back at Hunter's Keep, rather grim business. I don't know what the fuck that was about. All in all, a productive day, even if slightly less productive than I would have liked. I would have liked to make it to the Iron Republic, which I probably would have if I hadn't wasn't for the business at Hunter's Keep and all that. Oh well. Such is life. I'll get to it next time. Until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.